Good morning, students. I am Priyanka, and today I am going to teach you the poem The Wind and the Moon, which is composed by the George MacDonald. In this video, I will tell you the figure of speech, simile, and personification. Okay, so let's start first. First, let's see who is George MacDonald. George MacDonald was a Scottish clergyman who wrote stories and poems. He was an author, poet, and a Christian minister whose novels included fairy tales. Now, in this poem, the wind and the moon, two non-living things characters, you can say. The wind is a masculine gender, male, so poet uses he, and the moon is a feminine gender, so the poet uses she. Okay, now you can see here's a poem about the wind trying to bully the moon. It's very gusty and fun, and we think particularly kid friendly. Okay, the wind said to moon in this poem, first para, you can see the wind said to moon that I will blow you out. You stare in the air like a ghost in a chair, always looking what I am about. I hate to be watched. Who said? The wind said. So it shows that the arrogance of the wind. The wind is very arrogant here, and he wanted to become, and he is trying to be more powerful than the moon. The wind tries to blow the moon out of the sky, but the moon does not even know that the wind is there. The wind is loud and wants to control the moon, while the moon is calm and confident. The moon is appearing, you can see in the here in this poem, the moon is appearing and disappearing continuously as she is enjoying this act. But the wind thinks that she is afraid of him and thinks so highly of himself. So the wind is very arrogant. Okay, and moon is calm and confident. Now you can see in this poem, poet uses simile and personification. That's why I will explain you right now. Simile, what is simile? Simile is a figure of speech in which what is happening? Comparing, directly compares two things. We can see the similarities between two things using words like as or so. So, see some examples. She eats like a pig. She eats like a pig. So we uses he compares. We are comparing. Here we compares her to a pig. Okay. So she eats like a pig. Like is so it's a figure of speech, and it's a simile also. Number two, he drinks like a fish. Like a fish. So he person who is comparing, who compares to fish. Okay, so he drinks like a fish. You can see the goldfinch is slick and abrupt like a lizard. So lizard here, goldfinch is a what it's a bird, and lizard is, animals. So we can compare two things here in simile. What is happening? Comparing two different things in an interesting way. We can compare it by the words like or so, as or like. Okay, now what is personification? Personification, when you give an animals or object qualities or abilities that only a human can have. So This creative literary tools adds interest and fun to poems or stories. Personification is what writers use to bring non-human things to life. Means we have given some qualities to the non-living things. Okay, now you can see some example. My alarm. Alarm is a non-living things. Okay, so my alarm yelled at me this morning. It can it possible? No, but we have given the qualities, so it's a personification. My alarm yelled at me this morning. Number two, my computer works very hard. It's working very hard. So my computer is also a non-living things. The wind is whispering outside. Here in this poem also the wind is whispering. The wind wants to blow out the moon. So wind is non-living things, and we can say we have given a human quality to the wind. So wind is whispering, so it's a personification. My heart danced when he walked in the room. So here also it's a personification. So like this we can understand the difference between the simile and the personification. Poet uses these two things, these two figure of speech in this poem. So you have to find out which line is simile and personification. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.